Hi there. I know it's been 2 weeks, probably more than 2 weeks plus, that I had posted a video here. I was posting shorts on this channel, so if you don't see a video drop from me, most likely I've put up a short, hopefully. My goal was to have at least one video every Sunday or at least once a week, but then I got super busy with the other channel, getting those ready because we went up to Maine. If you are new to me in general, I do have another channel called Flying Pig Thrifts and over there and Adventures, and over there I do a lot of shopping videos, and then I also do family adventures, and one of the playlists over there is this old abandoned, I can never remember it, it was so clever, I can't remember the title, but my husband and I bought an abandoned house in northern, practically Canada, Maine, and we were just up there this past week working on it, so there will be new videos over on that channel. And I put out videos 3 times a week, scheduled, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday over on that channel. And so I wanted to make sure I had videos when we were up in Maine. I didn't have to worry about getting a shopping video. And then I was working on knitting. I did knitting. I'm going to show you what I have been working on, but I just kind of brushed knits aside, and I feel guilty about that because I really like it here. I like sharing my projects, and I like hearing the projects that you are working on as well. So here we are with a update on the critters that I've made. I'm looking here in front of me, the critters that I have made, and some dishcloths. So here we go. I made a frog before, oh gosh, it has to be like 2 weeks ago. And I will put the name of the pattern and the designer here on the bottom of the screen, and of course a link in the description. You can find it on Ravelry. Some of her patterns are free, and then some of them you have to download. I did pay for this pattern. It is Frog and Toad, and so I made a frog. I will put the picture up here, probably here, of what that frog looks like, and I did sell it. I sell on Whatnot. It's a live auction selling platform, and I usually sell my handmade things on Whatnot. And so I got requests to make new ones, and that was the very first frog I made. And when I made that frog, I think I read the directions right, that one of the legs was a little bit, or one of the toes was a little bit longer than the others. I wasn't quite sure about that, but it was my first time making it, so I just let it go. And of course, whenever you make something again, you improve on it. So I feel like the second and third frogs are much better than the first, even though the first was awfully cute and made me smile. Whenever I make a critter and I get it all done, if it makes me like, oh, this is super cute, then I know I've accomplished what I wanted to do. So before we went to Maine, I got the frogs done, but I don't have their eyeballs done. And I'm thinking that they will be embroidery, or I will needle felt eyes and then put them on here. This is wool yarn, so it might work, but they definitely need some eyeballs. This yarn here is from a sock kit. It was chakras, and I've had it forever and I never used it, and I thought, well, that green is a great green, and this blue looks nice with it, because I looked up frog colors. They come in like amazing, crazy colors. So this is how that turned out. We have the blue and green frog. I really like the feet and the hands better this time. And the overalls, the other frog, it was knit and purl. This is garter stitch, and I think that turned out well. This is remnants of a hat that I made. And what I like about this pattern is you can really undress them. I'm just going to take off the top so you can see the pretty blue on the belly. It's just the belly that is blue. And I'm super excited about making a yellow frog. You may have known about all the different colors of frogs. I knew that they came in colors, but man, I did not know they came in all those colors. This is, I bound this off in knitting, and I think that turned out well. And then this is Pickle. His eyes, the shape is a little tricky to do, because you do the top and then you have the bottom, and then the bottom is smaller than the top, and then when you sew it together, it's a little fiddly. This one I did all green. I did not change the colors. And this is cookies, and if I remember correctly, this is mint chocolate chip. This might be Gnome Acres yarn, and this time I think I bound this off. How did I bind it? I bound this off knit and purl, maybe in garter stitch. No, not in garter stitch. I did it looser. Maybe I did I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it came out different, and I still think it turns out cute here. Turned out cute. Just a different look. And you can take these off as well. So they need eyeballs. I did do the embroidery around the mouth. That's part of the pattern. And there's the embroidery. It just adds a little extraness to it. So those just need eyeballs, and then they will be up for sale on a soon-to-be whatnot show. Probably another whatnot show when I'm selling things that I've made, dishcloths, frogs, and other critters. Speaking of other critters, another pattern that I did by the same designer is the Beginner's Bunny, I believe it's called. And I picked up this yarn on a recent Goodwill trip. This is silk yarn. It feels kind of cottony, but it is made from recycled sari silk, and it's super pretty. Look at that, isn't that nice? And it was just the right amount, just a little bit. Now, I'd never done this bunny before either. I have not put it together. We left before I put it together. You do knit like these little side leg things here, and I'm not sure if it should be sticking out more. But then you stitch up this. Let's see, I'm not saying this correctly. It's knitted flat. And when you sew up the seam, you have the bottom, and then the seam that you sew up is in the front of the bunny, which I'm not really too excited about. The seam is pretty invisible, but you can still see that it's there. Then the tail, I kept the tail all the same color yarn. You can change that. And then what you do is you take a little stitch and you bring it up, because it's a little fuzzy. The yarn is fuzzy, as you can see. The tail was more like this, and then you kind of stuff it and then do a little stitch to stick it up like that. So that's cute. I have all the parts together. I just have to put it together. The head, here's the head here. So it's going to be like this. He needs more filler. I didn't fill it up to the top, but it just gives you an idea. Let's see. What are these? These are the ears. So that's an ear. It's a little lop ear. And I have the feet. I think this big one is the feet. So the feet stick out here, and then it has arms. I think it'll be cute. I think when I get more of it put together, I might fall in love with it more. But right now, I'm not quite sure. I really, really like her patterns. I think they're very well written. They're easy to follow for first-time toy makers. I also really like Alan Dart patterns as well, but these have a definite distinctive look, which is nice. His also have a distinctive look. So I think I'll continue working on these. She has, like I said, so many free patterns on Ravelry. There's a ladybug or a ladybird. There's little things that I think will be fun and easy to try different techniques, and it's good to expand out of your comfort zone. I can read a Alan Dart pattern and put that together, no problem, but it is kind of, pushes you out of your comfort zone, and I think that's good because that's how you improve as a knitter or crocheter or whatever you like to do. While we were up in Maine, I did start to work on June. It's turning out really, really well. I did switch out this color. This was going to be the hottest color. Let me find my thing here. This was supposed to be the highest, and I should be using this seashell, but I just felt like these two blended nicer together than that coral seashell color. So I switched that, so this will be higher temperatures, and we don't get too many high temperatures here in central Pennsylvania, so it might just be a touch here and there, and I think that'll be fine. I really think these are coming together super nice. Of course, I am behind, but don't tell anyone. But when you start at the first 2 weeks of the month, it's so easy to do. But I think that turned out really nice, so I was glad I brought that up with me. So I worked on that a little bit while we were in Maine. And then I brought a ton. Look, I look kind of like a floating face here with my black background. Maybe I should have turned the light on. There. Hopefully the video isn't too dark. Then I brought a whole bunch of cotton yarn with me, and I finished 2 dishcloths while I was there. This is a long neck cat. I had knit that before. I think that turned out super good. And then this is a new color by Dishy Knit Picks. It is, I forget what it's called. I'll put it on the screen. This one I do know it's called Buoy, and it's a really cool orange color. And do you see the chicken? I thought that was the perfect thing for a chicken because it kind of like their little waddles and stuff like that. So this turned out really cute, really good. I really like it. This is also a free pattern. I'll put all the pattern links and descriptions, if not on the screen, and it's definitely in the description below. And one other thing, today I went to the local thrift store. It's in one of the shorts that I made. I found Miss Babs yarn, and there was purple yarn that looked like someone had started and then recaked it. So I'm sure, I'm going to weigh it, but I'm 95% sure it's all there. They just started it and frogged something. And I did not buy it because it wasn't brand new. And then I thought, well, if it's still there on half price day, I'll get it. And today the color was green and it was half off. So I did get that yarn. It's very pretty. I'll insert a picture here of what that looks like to remind you. I really appreciate your support, your continued support of this channel. It is so much fun to grow it, and I will try to be more consistent with videos and not just shorts here. And as usual, let me know in the comments below what you've been working on and what you are hoping to work on, and what you got done this week, or actually the past 2 weeks, because I haven't been here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.